We'll be learning about heap sort. So, what is a heap sort? So, heap sort can be understood to be an improved version of binary search tree. So, you have already learned what a binary search tree is. So, you can think heap sort algorithm to be a classified improved version of the binary search tree. It does not create a node as in the case of binary search tree, but it instead builds the heap by adjusting the position of the element within the array itself. So unlike the binary search tree which creates a node, what heap sort does is that it adjusts the position of the array elements within the array itself. So in this method, a tree structure can be called a heap, whereby a heap is a type of binary tree. An ordered balanced binary tree is called a minimum heap, where the value at the root of any subtree is less than or equal to the value of either of its children. So you can say that an ordered balance of a binary tree from starting from the root, if the root of any subtree is less than or equal to the value of its child subnode, then you can say it is a minimum heap. An ordered balanced binary tree is called a max heap when the value at the root of any subtree is more than or equal to the value of either of its children. So like minimum heap only, suppose you're getting the value of the root to be more than that of its children, then you can say that it's a maximum heap. It is not necessary that two children must be in same order. Sometimes the value in the left child may have more the value than the right child, and sometime other way around. So like in the binary search tree, you have seen that always the right node contains the maximum amount of always the right node contains the highest value and the left node contains the minimum value. But in the heap sort, you will come to know that it can be either of the two way, that is, even the right as well as the left child can have value which is more or less than the root value. Now let us understand what a heap is. So basically we can classify and or we can put it into basic definition that a heap is a tree data structure that satisfies the following properties. So a heap is a tree data structure which satisfies two properties, namely shape property and heap property. So what is shape property? Heap is always a complete binary tree, which means that heap is always a complete binary tree, which means that all levels of a tree are fully filled. So heap is a complete binary tree where all the levels of the tree are filled. That is, all the nodes are complete. There should not be a node which has only one child. Every node except leaves should have two child. Then only it can be called a heap. Therefore, heap is called a complete binary tree. So a heap is allowed only when every node has two child node, and you can give only exception to leaves. Otherwise it should have a child node, that is two child nodes are necessary for the condition of satisfying heap. Therefore heap can be called as a complete binary tree. Now we see the second property, that is heap property. All nodes are either greater than or equal to or less than or equal to each of its children. This means that if the parent node is greater than the child node, it is called max heap, whereas if the parent node is lesser than the child node, it is called a minimum heap. So this is very important to understand. So from the beginning only you can just imagine what the terms max heap and minimum heap means. So the term max heap means that whenever the parent node is greater than the child node, then it is called a max heap. And when the parent node is lesser than the child node, then it is called a minimum heap. Now see how is the working of a heap sort. Basically, there are two phases involved in the sorting of elements using heap sort algorithm. So there are two methods of solving or sorting of elements using the heap sort method. So what are the methods? We'll see now. The first method or the first step is first start with the construction of a heap by adjusting the array elements. So so the working starts by making by adjusting the array elements. So once the heap is created, repeatedly eliminate the root element of the heap by shifting it to the end of the array, and then store the heap structure with the remaining elements. So this basically means that the topmost element is is changed with the last element and it's deleted, and therefore the remaining elements are kept as it is. So you might be confused a little now without seeing the graph, but once we see the graph you will be get to know what it actually means. So let us try to understand this in further more detail. Suppose we consider an array which has n distinct elements in the memory. Then the method or the algorithm which follows are: to begin with, a heap is built by moving the elements to its proper position within the array. This means that as long as the elements are traversed from the array, the root, its left child, its right child are filled respectively, forming a binary tree. So this is the order in which the elements are put into proper heap format, that is in the form of a tree. That is, first the root, then the left child, right child, and therefore it constitutes a binary tree. So in the second phase we see that the root element is eliminated from the heap, that is, it is removed from the heap by moving it to the end of the array. The balance elements may not be heaped, so again steps 1 and 2 are repeated for the arrangement of the elements after removing the root element. This process is continued until all the elements are eliminated, till only one element is left in the heap. When eliminating an element from the heap, we need to decrement the maximum index value of the array by 1. The elements are eliminated in the decreasing order for a max heap and in increasing order for a minimum heap. Now we'll see an example of how a maximum heap is. Suppose the array that is to be sorted contains the following elements: 11, 2, 9, 13, 57, 25, 17, 1, 90 and 3. Suppose these all are the elements of an array. So this is a maximum heap. So what we have to do is that we will be eliminating in decreasing order. So the first step now is to create a heap from the array elements. So for this consideration, a binary tree can be built from the array elements, that is the 0th element, that is 11, would be the root element, and the left and the right child of any element would be valued at I, 2 star I plus 1, 2 star I plus 2 value index respectively. So you need not remember this. As soon as you see the diagram, you will come to know. So this is not much of importance. Now we'll see further. So this is the diagram I was talking about. So you can see that this is the elements starting from the 0th index: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are total 9 elements over here, and they have been classified in the form of a tree. So 11 as the root node, then the left node, that is 2, then right node 9, then 13. 13 is followed by 56, then 1, 9, 15, sorry, 57, 25, 17, 1, 93. So the format is first the parent or the root node, then the child node, then the subchild node, then its derived nodes. So this is the above description of how the binary tree version of the array of this array is. So now what we have to do is we have to build the heap from the above binary tree as it's shown below. So this is the final answer how you should get after doing the heap sorting of this binary search tree. So after doing all the calculations on this binary search tree, the final look of this should be in this format. So now the second method is left. This is the first method we have done, that is sorting of the sorting of the tree using the heap sort method, and we have reached to this conclusion. So I'll tell you how to heap sort. First we'll go through the slides and then we'll see in the Google Jamboard of how the heap sorting is done. So after this, after heap sorting, you'll get this format binary search tree. That is, this has been received. You can see that the elements are arranged in a decreasing order in the array. So 90, 57, they all are arranged in a decreasing order. So after this is done, after you get the max heap, which is also called heapify of the binary search tree, now we'll move further to see how we'll be eliminating the root node, and we'll be setting the elements as it is, the remaining elements. Now the root node is moved to the last location by exchanging it with 3. So what is done is that this 90 is moved to the last position, that is 3 is the last position here. 3 is the last position, so this 90 is moved over here and 3 is put back to its position, that is the root node. And then we delete this 90 from this 90 is now here, and this is deleted, this is removed from the tree. So the root 90 is moved to the last location by exchanging it with 3. Then finally the 90 is eliminated from the heap by reducing the maximum value index by 1. So the balanced elements are rearranged into the heap, and the heap and the array look like as shown in the figure, that is below diagram. So then once again the same method is done, that is, after you get 3 over here, once again its heap sorting is done, then you get something like this. Then once again 57 is taken and it is exchanged with 2 comes top, and this process gets on repeated. So here you can see that similarly, when the current node 57 is exchanged with 2 and eliminated from the heap by reducing the maximum index value by 1, the balanced elements are once again rearranged to the heap. So the diagram becomes this, and once again you can see that 17 is replaced with 11, and so on. We keep on doing this process until we get the final value to be only one element left, that is 1 and 2 here. 1 and 2, and here 2 is replaced and 1 comes to the root node, and hence you can see that finally you can see the elements are arranged in order, that is, the array above depicts the fully sorted array using the heap. So this is the normal steps how a heap sorting is done. Now we'll see the mechanism of how this mechanism works in Google Jamboard. I'll take you to Google Jamboard now. Yes. So what was the example that we have taken? So this is the example we have taken. So first of all, we'll represent it in Google Jamboard, that is 11 to 9, 11 to 9, 1357, 1357, 2517, 2517, then we have 190 and 3. Okay, then we have 190 and 3. So this is an example. So what we have to do is we have to do the heap sorting now. Heap sorting is to be done. So this is the example. So what you have to do after heap sorting, we have to come to the conclusion that this is the final result after doing the heap sorting. So how will we get till this tree? So the methods are as follows. I will show you. So what we'll do now is that we'll be starting it from the belowest position, that is, we'll see this relation between this node and its subchild, that is, this whole subtree is taken into consideration first. So as you can see that in maximum heap, as this is maximum heap, this which I'm talking is max heap. So this is max heap. So always in max heap, the parent node should be having the maximum value. So here, if you take this subtree, 90 will come here and 30 will take its place. So you can see that 90 is becoming the parent node and 30 is being replaced. So we'll see now. And similarly, if I take all it, I'll do it step by step once again. So what it was 11 11 to 9, okay, fine. 11 to 9, and now what I'll do as 90 is more, is 90's value is more than 13's value, then 90 will replace 13, so 13 will take 90's place, so they both interchange. So 90, then we have here 13, then we have here 1. And the rest of the elements are as it is, that is 57, 3, 27 samples, 25, and 17. So first step is done, that is the last most element is taken. Now what we'll do is that this needs not be interchanged, because 57 is already bigger than 3, so this need not be interchanged. Now we'll see that, as you can see, we'll take this subtree into consideration, 92 and 57. As you can see, is 90 is larger than 57, so, and also 2, then 90 will replace 2 over here. So what you will be getting is that I'll show it over here. 11, 90, 2, 57, 3, what was the element? 3, 1 and 13. The remaining elements remain as it is, there is no change to the remaining elements, only the elements are exchanged which has the smallest and the bigger value. So this is 3, I guess. No, this is 13, sorry. This is 13, yes. And this is I guess 27, 9, okay, 9, 25 and 17, right? Sorry, I guess my charge is less. Yes, yeah. So 90, 17, 25, 17, yes. So now we have this, okay. So what we have done is that we have taken the maximum value over here, so 90 is taken over here and 2 takes its place, so this is what we get. Then once again what we get is that now we'll be replacing the right node. So from 25, 9, 17, which is the largest value? Of course 25. So 25 takes the value of 9, so we'll replace it in the next slide. So what is that? 11. 11, then we have 25, yes, 25. Then we have 9, which has exchanged with the value of 25. Then we have 17. Then we have over here 90, I guess. Is it 90? Yes, it is 90. Then what we have? 2 over here, 57 over here. Then we have over here 1, 13 and 3, okay. 1, 13 and 3. So please do not change the value which is there, the remaining elements, it should remain as it is. Only the values that are being exchanged are the maximum and the minimum values. The root node and the root node and the minimum value. So this is what you get after exchanging 25 and 9 over here. This is what you get. So after this, what you'll exchange further? Now what you exchange is that from 90 and 25, 90, 11 and 25, which is bigger? 90 is bigger, so 90 will take its place and 11 will come to take the 90's place. So we have over here 90 at the top, 11, then what we have over here, we have 25. Okay, we have 25 over here, then we have 9 over here, 17, and 17 we have 257. Okay, we have 257. So this is easy, only the heap sorting, once you get the methodology of how it is taking place. So try to understand this, keep practicing until you get. It's easy concept. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll be giving you some more problems in the form of assignment. 57 and 3. Yes. So we have received the topmost element now, 90 over here. Fine. So what we'll do further? So can we see? So now we'll see whether we have got the right answer. So this is not the final answer. This is after the max sort has been done. So we have max heap sort. Max heap sort. We have done the max heap sort. You can take the screenshot of all the slides if you have any doubts when you practice. So let us cross verify with the answer which is there in the PowerPoint. So we started from this 11 to 9, 13, 57, 25, 17, 193, and after the heap sorting, maximum heap sorting, we have arrived at this condition: 90, 11, 25, 257, 133, 90. Let's see whether they are correct or not. 90, 57, 25. Okay, so there it is not right. So what we'll do further is that. So what do you think? What could be the reason that this is not the final answer? Think for a while. See, if you look at the tree, you can see that still there are elements which are not at the highest position. That is, 57 is greater than 11, but 11 is there at the second position, second level in fact. So these are all the levels, and 11 is there at the second level and 57 is below it, which is not right. So we cannot call this as a maximum heap sort till now. So what will we do now? We have to do the heap sorting once again. See that we cannot call this a maximum heap just because of the reason that the 57's value which is there at the third level is greater than the second level's value, and it has not been rearranged. So further we need to carry out the sorting process, heap sorting process. So what we will do now, we'll first check this. Even 13 should be reaching its highest position. So unlikely, you can see that even 13 has not reached its highest position. So let's heap once again. So I'll write the elements once again, that is 90. Then what we have, let's start from the lowest position always. So 13 should come here. Then first we have 11 over here. Then what we have, 13 will replace it, so it becomes 13 here and 2 over here. So it becomes 13, 2 and 1 here. Yes. What's the value over here? It's 57 and 3. 57, 3. What we have over here is 25, 9, 17. Yes. So now you can see that 13 has reached its value, but still 57 is there at this position. So we need to interchange it. So that is exactly what we'll do in the next step. So in the next step we have 90 over here at the top node, that is the root node. Then we have the 57 over exchanging with 11 and 11 taking its place. So 57 over here. Then we have 11. Then we have 13 as it is, that is the remaining elements remain as connectivity problem. So once again I'll be writing the tree, that is 90 over here. So 90, then we'll be replacing it. So that is among 57, 11, 13, which is the highest value? 57, of course. So 57 will be taking the value at the 11th position. So we have here 57, then 11 takes the place of 57, then we have 13 over here, then we have 1 over here, 2 over here, 3 over here. What is the rest of the element at the right node? 25, 9, 17. Then we have 25, 9 and 7. We have 25, 9 and 17 over here. So what have we got till now? Let's see the array now. That is, let's see the tree now. So we have received the elements, that is in the order 90, 57, 25, 13, 11, 1, 2, 3, 9, 17. So as you can see that everywhere the parent node is greater than the child node, that is 90 is greater than 57, 25, 57 is greater than 13, 11, 25 is greater than 9, 17, and same in the case of 13 and 11. So can we say that have we reached the maximum heap? Yes. Now it's the time to say that we have reached the maximum heap. The node is always greater than the child node. So here you can see 9 is greater than 57 and 25, 57 and 25 greater than their subchild, that is 13, 11, 9, 17. And therefore it's the same case with 13 and 11. This is an example of a max heap. That is, this heap has been heapified. This is an max heap. We can check this answer with the answer in the PowerPoint. So where is the PowerPoint? Yes. So 90, 57, 25, 90, 57, 25, 13, 11, 9, 17, 13, 11, 9, 17, and we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now this is not the final answer. This is the answer of the first part. This is the first part's answer we have got after doing the heapification method, max heapify. Now what we'll do is that we'll be taking this topmost root element, that is 90 is the root node, and we'll be exchanging it with the last element, that is 3. So what we'll get is that we'll get 3 over here, then we'll keep the remaining elements as it is. So 57, 25, 9, 17, have 13 over here, 11 over here, 1 and 2. So now you can see that this is exchanged and 90 is eliminated from the last position. So here there was one element that is called 90, so that has been kept into a trash box. So there is no element now. So this is how the heap looks after removing the root node. So this is how it looks. So now what we'll be doing is that we'll once again do the heapifying, that is heap sort method. That's because we can see over here itself that here you can see 57 and 25, 57, 3, 25. 57 is the greatest value at level 2. It is not there at level 1. So you have to heapify this further. So how will it look? It will look in this way. 57, 3, 25. The remaining elements are as it is. 9, 17. Then we have 13, I guess. Yes, we have 13 over here. 11, 1 and 2. 1, 2. So here also you can see we have to go further heapify, because level 3 13 is greater than 3, so this requires heapification. So we'll further heapify this. So we'll keep the remaining elements as it is, 57. Then what we'll do is that 13 takes 3's place, 13, 3, 11, 1, 2, 25, 9 and 17. Now we'll see that 13 has taken the place of 3 and we have done the heapify. Over here it is all set, because here once again you can see that the parent node's value is greater than the child node's value. So once again what we'll do is that we'll replace the value of 57 with 2 over here. That is the root node's value with the last element. So what we'll get in the next step is that we'll get 2 over here. So what happens basically is that this 2 moves over here and 57 gets vanished into the vanish box. So this 2 we get over here, sorry, 2. Then we have over here 13, 25. We have 13 and 25 over here, and then we have over here is 9 and 17. We have over here is 9 and 17, and then what we have is 3, 11, 1, 2. We have here 3, 1. It's not here because we have just replaced it. So 3, and we have over here 11. So this is how it looks. 2 takes its place over here, so 2 is there at the root node. This is what we get. Now is there a need to heapify this? Let us see. Yes, 25 is greater than 2 and this requires once again heapification. So what we'll get here is 25, 2 over here. Then we have 9, 17, 9, 17. Then we have 13, 3, 11, 13, 3, 11, and 1, 1, I guess. Yes, 1. Yes. So as you can see here, 2's value is less than 17. 17 should take its place. So once again we'll write it over here itself. That is 25. This is follows 25, 13. These elements are as it is, no changes to these remaining elements. Seventeen takes its place. And we get 2 over here. Yes. So this is the element now. Now let us see, yes, all the parent elements are greater than the child elements. So what we'll do is that we'll take the last most element and we'll be swapping it. So the last most element over here is 1. So we'll be swapping 1 will be coming here and 25 will be eliminated. So we'll see that in the next slide. What we get here is 1, sorry, 1. What we get here is 1, and we have 13, 17. We have 13, 17, 13, 17, 3, 11, and 2. 3, 11, 9, 2. So as you can see, it requires heapification because 17 is greater than 1. So what we'll be getting is that 7. Sorry, I messed up with this. It's so difficult to write in this example. 17, 13, 1, 3, 11, 2. So here you can observe that 9 should be taking this place value. So can I write this? It would be then trouble in understanding. I'll take the new slide anyway. So 9 will be taking the 1's value because 9 is greater than 1, which is there at the level 2. So we have over here 17, 13, 9, 1, 2, and 3, 11. We have 3, we have 11. So now you can see that it has values where parent node's value is greater than the sub node's value, subchild node's value. So once again we'll be taking the topmost root node element and we'll be exchanging it with the last element, that is here last element is 2. The format which we go is very important. You should remember root node left right. So 17, 13, 9, 3, 11, 1, 2. So this is the format. So 2 is the last element. So this is how it looks like. Here what happens is that 2 takes its place and 17 is eliminated. So 2, 13, 9, 1, 3, 11. Yes. So 2 takes its value. So you can see that 13 value is greater than 2. This requires simplification. So we'll see in the next slide of how it's done. 13 comes here. 2 takes its value. 2, 9, 3, 11, and 1. 3, 11, and 1. You can once again see 11 is greater than 2, so the value gets exchanged once again. So we get over here 13, 9, 1, 11, 3, 2. You can see parent node value is greater than the subchild node value. So what we'll do is that we'll exchange it with the last element, that is 13 and 1, and 13 gets eliminated. So 1 takes the value at the root node, 1 comes at the root node, and 13 gets eliminated. You'll see it in the next slide. 1, 9 over here, then what we have 11, 3, 2, 11, 3, 2. So this is all what we have left. We have 1, 11, 9, 3, 2. So this is their maximum values. Here we have to heapify because 11 is greater than 1. So what we get is that 11, 1, 9, 3, 2. So here also you have to do the heapify because 3 is greater than 1. I'll do it here itself because this one is small. So 11, 3, 1, 2, and 9. So you can see the member values, subchild's parent values value is greater than the subchild. So now what we have to do is that we have to once again eliminate. So 11 will be exchanged with 9 over here. 11 will be exchanged with 9. So 9 comes over here. 11 gets eliminated. So we have over here 9. Then we get 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. So this is already in the maximum format. So we'll once again what will we do is that we'll be exchanging it. So 2 takes its position and 9 takes the last element position and it gets eliminated. So I'll write it here itself. 2, 3, 1. So now you can see that 2, 3, 1. So what happens now? Tell me what should be the next step? So here you can see that 3 is greater than 2. So we get the format of, we'll heapify once again. So we'll get 3, 2, 1. Then once again we have to what you have to do is that 1 will take its position and 3 gets eliminated. So what we'll be getting is that we get 1, 2. Then as 2 is greater than 1, we'll get 2, 1. Then as these two are the last elements, as 2 is greater than 1, we have to once again put the topmost element into the last element, and 2 will get eliminated and 1 will take the root node's value. So we'll be left with only one element, and that is 1. So this is the final step. This is where the method ends. So you have got finally one element over here. So let us recheck with what was there in the presentation. So you can see in the presentation from here onwards, this was the result, the first part. Then we did eliminating this value, and we have done it repetitively until we got 1, 3, 2 over here, this format 1, 3, 2. Then we got 3, 2, 1, and then finally 1, 2, 1, 2, and it becomes 2, 1, and then only last element 1 is there. So this becomes 1, 2, then it becomes 2, 1, and we have finally 1, 2, 3, 9, 11. So these are sorted in a correct format using the heap sorting process. So for your better references, I advise you to take all the screenshot of these what I have done over here. Starting from the first part, this was the question. So this is a question. This was a huge problem. That's the reason it took. So generally, as I was explaining this problem, it took much time. Otherwise, this could be completed within 5 to 10 minutes. So it's not such a huge problem. But yes, I'll be giving at least 3 more examples, 3 more questions in the form of assignment today or tomorrow. So be ready to solve it. I'll be assigning a few marks also. So understand this concept very well. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. So this is the first step. This was a question, and this was a method. What we have done, we have to heapify first. We have to make it the maximum heap format. So after the arranging itself, we have reached the maximum heap at the 6th slide, and from the 6th slide we have done the eliminating by taking the root node's value with the last node and exchanging it. So you can take the screenshot if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So in the exam you have to write all these steps. These steps are very important, and you have to show the final result in this format as well. So this is what carries mark, and therefore if you have any doubts you can ask me. Thank you.